And here we go with our first crew of the day coming in on approach. Welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting Boynton Beach. And man, the float they have following behind them looks like she has seen some better days. I can't tell if it's one of the unicorns, one of the ducks, what it is, but it's upside down and she looks half deflated. So Cap's trying to line the boat up, but this is always a risky move when you're dragging something like this behind, especially these slow speeds, because that line, if it gets behind the boat, could easily get caught in the propeller and of course become a major issue. So our crew's trying to line it up to go ahead and start their approach in on the dock. Cap looks like he's kind of taking a look, but right here, here's what I'm talking about. As that thing's floating back there, that line that was dragging in the water is now under the water. If this float gets around back by the engine, this could easily cause catastrophe, getting the line caught on the prop. But this crew does not seem worried about it. And so here we go. We got one of the young ladies from the vessel, sees the issue, and she's gonna go ahead and try and rectify it. She didn't really pull the line out of the water. The line's still dragging in the water as they go to turn in. And it looks like they're going to be okay, but here we go as they come in on approach. So our guy comes off the gunnel, steps onto the dock, and overall, our crew's able to get it put up and ready to roll.
You want
and here we go, old El Capitan coming in, one of our Boynton regulars down here, bringing his vessel in on approach. And he's gonna back out to try and get her lined up. So this is always an interesting boat to see. Now, one thing I will admit here, he's got 2 seats, but I've never seen anybody with Captain. So I don't know. One of you guys needs to go down here and take a ride with our boy some point in time. But he's got the 15 horsepower on the back, and the boat always draws attention every time he comes in here at the boat ramp. And he always draws our attention as well, because sometimes things just don't go as planned for him. Other times they work out just fine. So, as we can see here, he came in on approach, the wind has got him and is now pulling him away from the dock. He doesn't really have any lines that we ever really see him use on the initial approach. He just goes for the reach, and he finally gets it. He'll be able to walk himself over. Really is a unique vessel, though. But this isn't typically the part we see him struggle with. Of course, we'll see him struggle from time to time trying to get out of this little boat. But typically, we see him struggle more trying to back the trailer in and get this thing out of the water. So let's see how he does on his attempt to try and get out of this tiny little vessel today. So he has his line attached now. He looks set up. Trying to figure out how he wants to try and step out of this. So there we go. He pushes himself up. Goes ahead and grabs a stern line to try and keep it closer to the dock. And he's got the 1 foot on the dock, the 1 foot on the boat. Never a method we really recommend, but he's gonna be good to roll. One thing that's interesting is look how wet the front of this boat is. That tells me Captain, it looks like, might have took on a pretty massive wake today based on all the water on the front of this thing. So you can see El Capitan off to the left. He was able to get his trailer down there successfully today. First try, no real drama, which is something that we've noticed in the past from him. But here we go. Our crew's going to do the quick step off as well and be able to get this one on pretty flawlessly also. You can see from the trees in the background, the wind's really not too bad down here at Boynton today, which is typically not the case. So here we go. El Capitan's got the lines now, going to try and drag this thing onto the trailer. This is usually a unique process. Oh, we got somebody slipping off the dock on the far side, though. And Cap's trying to get it back around. Leaves the helm, goes for the grab to go ahead and try and get it pulled over. Got to get the assist from somebody else, though. There we go. Somebody's got to get off the boat with the line and try and help get him on. And here comes our next crew in right behind that. And we're going to try and get Capitan putting it on the trailer as well, because that's usually a unique situation also, as he tries to drag this thing on. So he doesn't typically put the trailer in the water. He gets it to the edge of the water and then really tries to pull the boat up and onto the trailer. So you can see right there, he's starting to walk it down, and our next crew's coming in on approach on the dock. And they're going to walk it in slowly as well and get a nice soft landing on this one also. And here we can see Captain's pushing it off the dock toward the back of the trailer. It's tough to tell from this distance a little bit, but the trailer, the bunks are not in the water. So I always find that interesting that he doesn't want to drop the trailer in the water for some reason, and always does his best just to pull the boat up onto the trailer. Wonder how much that thing weighs. Let me know in the comments if you got an idea. I'm just guessing this thing had to be 100% custom made though.
It took your bridge away. That's
So Captain's walking up.
Right.
And here we go.
For the bridge,
So he's going to try and get this one pulled on.
Yeah, I just started.
But again, he'll walk down here and you'll see in a few minutes, or a few moments hopefully, that he just tries to line this up. But you can see there, the bunks are not in the water. The trailer's really not even in the water. And he just pushes it over here and really like manhandles this thing up onto the trailer. So here we go. He'll start to straighten it out and line it up. As he begins to get her set to go. And so here we go. After a few moments, he's got it on the winch, and he's going to start trying to winch it and just kind of force it up onto the trailer. As we mentioned, no bunks in the water, no trailer in the water, just kind of pulls it on. Oh, somebody just went down. We're still focused on El Capitan here, but we just saw these guys roll over, and they rolled the jet ski over as they were trying to get on it off the dock. And we've got a couple people in the drink now with the ski flipped upside down. Man, this is the second day in a row where we were filming the wrong vessel, but, you know, it just happens. We don't catch it all every single time. And this one's interesting is our guy's trying to flip it back over from the dock. That's a unique approach. Typically, we see somebody get on the top of the hull of the ski and kind of manhandle it back over, but our guy's actually able to do it right from the dock. He didn't even get in the drink, which is pretty impressive, but our crew's got it back up right, and they look like they're good to try and get out of here again. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats versus Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.